All right, y'all, man. We got a very special guest. Y'all know today is the big day. It's early voting started today. It is officially going down. No, I mean, I don't know why I said November 22nd, but I got November on my mind. But we got a very special guest on this beautiful Monday night. It is early voting. Early voting started April the 22nd, which today is April 22nd. Of course, early voting started, but it's over with. But you can also vote tomorrow. Now we got Miss Hamilton live with us right now, right here on Up and Down Magazine TV. And good evening. How you doing?
How you doing, Donnie B?
I am good. Today was the big day that today started the early voting, which early voting started today on the 22nd, and it's going to go all the way up until the 30th. And then I know we got election day coming up on May the 4th. Now, I want to talk about why this election is so important right now.
Well, there's a couple of things. You know, we got the race thing going on in Fort Worth, where they've been named one of the raciest cities. That's one reason why you should get a new mayor. Mm-hmm. The transparency in Fort Worth, that's the second. And the Panther Island, where they've put so much money in there that they're needing their audit. So that's one thing. I mean, infrastructure, development, I mean, different areas of Fort Worth that nothing's been done to it. So that's one reason why you all should get out there and vote. And let's change this mayor from Mayor Betsy to Deborah Peoples. Deborah Peoples
Let's talk about that, because last week there was a debate. They had a little debate on the local station now here, because we are worldwide TV network, people from all over. But I just want to talk about mainly Fort Worth right now. Deborah People had a debate with Betsy Price on NBC on last week. How do you think she did as far as going up against Betsy Price that particular day?
Well, see, that was the first of many forums that she has been invited to sit with Deborah. But on this one here was the first one that she's even attended. Deborah killed it. I mean, she totally killed it. I mean, they asked her questions. Mayor Betsy, she was like, twiddling through her pad on her desk, and I mean, just everything. Deborah was right to the point. On some of it, Mayor Betsy was stuttering and stuff like that, but Deborah knew exactly what she wanted to say, and you didn't have to rehearse. No rehearsal.
Let's talk about this also, because not only that, but she talks about world transportation. That seemed to be one of the biggest things that she's really concerned about, world-class transportation.
By Fort Worth being being the 15th largest city, and the transportation is horrible. That is horrible. That's what she talks about.
So when you're talking to Deborah People, what all is she really concerned about? I know she's concerned about the transportation. I know she's because I know she's been on the program talking about the not only transportation, but she wants to get more jobs, and she also talks about the infrastructure. But she also concerned about
everything's being done equally.
Right, and that's And so when you look at what Betsy Price has done, how she's given back to West 7th Street, the North Side, how she's given that money, why do you think that she's not giving into the low income area like Como, like South 6, like different? Let's talk about it.
Because if you look at what's going on with the President Trump, they are BFFs. They're best friends. So she's a carbon copy of Donald Trump, and they keep the wealthy wealthy. That's why the the 7th Street area looks better than any part of Fort Worth. And all of the urban parts of Fort Worth is still looking the same.
Looking the same.
And the taxes are going up too. There's a couple that's another extra reason why you should. People gonna be homeless. You talk about homeless, taxes that went up again. She used to be the tax assessor. You know that. She used to be the tax assessor.
Right.
But she knows what's going on. I mean, there's gonna be more homeless people out there.
Right.
But number one, Deborah would be the best candidate because of the things that I've told you. And also, she will make history because she will be the first black mayor and woman that Fort Worth has ever had. Everyone else, every city here, around here, has had a black mayor.
Yeah.
Houston, Dallas, Fort Worth. Why haven't Fort Worth?
Arlington.
And we're bigger than some big one of the, like you said, 15. 15.
Right. Well, I definitely understand that. Matter of fact, we got what? We already got the first African American chief. So we definitely need to get that. Now let's talk about this also, because that not only is Deborah Peoples running for mayor, and we got Bessie Price. Let's go into talking about the city council. We got Chris Meadows versus Kelly Elliott Gray. How do you think that race is going right now? Let's talk about that race.
Well, I think that race right there is going to be kind of close. But, I mean, that district over there, that District 8, they're tired. Just like Fort Worth should be tired of the same mayor. And District 8 is also tired, too, because they have given up a lot with that current city council person. They got that brewery in there that the residents didn't want. They gave up the medical part of the South Side that they should have kept for income for District 8. Also, the airport going out in Everman area that they gave up. They should have been still, all that was in District 8. That's why District 8, I mean, you're giving all your revenue away, so therefore it's going to be hard for you to do anything. But you see, that's why West 7th Street has built up so much with the Panther Island and all of that, because they got the 7th Street gang there, they got Mayor Bessie there, and then they got their city council person.
Now, when speaking of the Panther Island, when I talked to Bessie Price about that a while back, Bessie Price made a statement. She said, well, Mr. Ballard, that's not her project. And so she said that was Kate Granger's project, and she just finishing. She just finishing it. But she said like that she really didn't agree with the Panther Island, and that's why she called for an investigation as far as I guess trying to figure out what's going on with that project. And is that project on hold right now? The Panther Island project on hold?
Yes, it is on hold.
And is it because she wants to investigate to find out where the money's going?
She had to do an investigation because everybody threw it up at her. She wouldn't have done no investigation.
Okay.
It's billions of dollars that they can't even say where it went. And then on top of it, her husband is one of the consultants with them, with the Panther. So, I mean, you already know. The only reason you're doing it now is because you have to.
Right, because people.
But yeah, and your husband's on the team now too.
Right.
Yeah, they want an investigation.
So let's talk about it. Let's move on to the school board race, because right now we have Cleveland Harris versus Quinn Phillip. How is that race looking? Let's talk about that race real quick.
Well, that race is looking real good too. You know, that one, that's the one that Christine Moss is giving up, and you know she got her supporters that she used to have when she was, on the board. She got them all going with her guy that she's placed a guy on there to run, which is Quentin. So he has a good shot at winning that because he got Christine Moss's support.
Right.
And the other guy that's been Cleveland Harris, but he's been working his stuff. But when you got in Compton and the other person's using all of their people, all of their contacts, so it's kind of hard.
Let's talk about that, because do you believe that money plays a major role, and do you think that Cleveland has the backing of the money versus Quentin Phillip? Let's talk about that, because I think people got to understand you got to have that money. You got to have the money to be able to have a campaign. And some people think that they can run it by themselves. And Cleveland said he's just a one-man campaign that's doing everything on his own. Should he have people working with him to make sure he have an opportunity of winning? Let's talk about that.
Well, that's just one of the things that you have to look at when you get ready to run. You know, you either start with the grassroots and think you can do it, but number one, you got to get out there and be productive yourself too.
Mm-hmm.
You know, everyone starts off with a one-man thing, but I mean, if they see you working and working and working, they'll come out and help you. But
you know what? You make a good point, because when I remember when I ran for vice president of the Resident Association for Ripley on the Housing Project, and trust me, if I didn't get out there, knock on doors, and talk to people, tell them my plan, I promise I wouldn't have been the vice president. Also, I ran for president and won president of the Ripley on the Housing Projects back in the 90s. And I tell you what, I won, and you're right, because I went out there and I went and talked to the resident. I told her what my plan was, and that's how I became the president of the Ripley on the House. Of course, I did step down, but the key is, you're right, you have to go out there and tell people your plan. What do you want to do for the community? What do people want to hear? And I think you make a good point when you say that if you don't knock on doors, if you don't talk to people, people won't know your plan. People won't even know you exist if you don't get out there. So yes, you are right. You have to get out there, and you have to let them know why you are the best person for this position at this particular time. So yes, you make a good point when you say that. I'm glad you brought that up. What else can we expect for this race? Because we got how many more weeks we got now? Now that it's the 20th, now today's the 22nd. Early voting started. Of course, it's too late now, y'all. We gotta get out there and vote. Y'all make sure that y'all do it tomorrow. Get out there and vote. Go ahead, talk.
The thing we're working on now is GOTV. That's Get Out to Vote.
Okay.
And the main thing right now is for the people and the young people too to get out and vote. And I wish that the radio stations, like the stations that the young people that are registered, that they listen to, so they don't forget, hey, it's early voting. You can go anywhere and early vote. Number one. So no one has an excuse. So if they sit up here and let this same person win again, they don't care about Fort Worth their own self. So don't say what my vote don't count, because every vote counts. And this one here is very vital to, you see what's going on in the United States, but you gotta take care of home first. You gotta take care of your community. Your community is more important than the White House right now. You know? Because this is where it all starts. It starts at home. It starts in your community, and your community is your home. That's where your home is your community.
So let's talk about this real quick, then I got to let you go. Everybody that's getting out there vote. Right now, early voting has already kicked out. Now, in early voting, you can vote anywhere, right, doing early voting.
Doing early voting, you can vote anywhere in Tarrant County. If you live in Tarrant County, you can vote anywhere in Tarrant County. If you live in Arlington, you can vote for Fort Worth here, in Arlington. You can vote anywhere, as long as it's in Tarrant County if you're from Fort Worth. Yeah.
Now, let's talk about this, because a lot of people don't know what they need to bring. Like this morning, I went up and I voted. Yes, I did vote for early voting first day. And I just showed them my ID because I didn't have nothing else to show. So is it
if you got your registration card and a ID, and it has to be a state ID, your driving license, state ID card with your picture, or and now you can even show your gun license ID, and that is so crazy, but that's what you can show. But as long as you got your Texas driving license and everything, that is the main thing. You have your driving license, some ID you have to have with a picture ID.
Okay.
Now the kids in college can use their college IDs.
College ID. Okay, good. That's good.
And with their driving license, they have to have some kind of other. You really have to have two forms of ID.
Okay.
That's why it's good to go to early voting, because if you go up there and you don't have everything, you can still go back. You got 2 weeks. You got from the 22nd through the 30th. So if you have to leave, you don't feel like coming back that day, you can go back the next day. But if you wait till May the 4th, you're going to get frustrated, and a lot of people just go home and say, forget it. We can't do that. We can't forget. We cannot forget this time to go and vote. Our main thing is getting a new mayor. We need to replace those seats of the council that are not doing anything. But our main thing is to get up and go vote for a new mayor. We can't do this again for not another 2 years. No telling what's going to happen.
Exactly.
We all may be homeless. With the taxes going up, no,
Do you? I gotta ask you this. Do you agree that it should be 2 terms limit?
Yeah, I agree. I think we should have term. We should have term just like Dallas, Arlington. Everyone has term before work. We need to vote on that.
Are you guys working? Going to be working on that coming up? I guess coming up in the near future. After
yes,
this,
2020. Yes, in 2020, we want that to be on the thing on the next thing. We want to do term.
Mm-hmm. That way, Betsy Price won't be there for another 5 years.
No, Betsy Price not gonna be here this year. If we get out and vote, Deborah Peoples will be there.
Right. Well, okay. Well, I tell you what. Made the point. They have to vote in their zip code, right?
Do what, Dottie B?
On election day, they have to vote in their zip code.
They have to vote where they're supposed to vote at.
Okay. Well, I
if
tell you what.
Where to vote, you can go on the website on the Tarrant County Party, and it tells you all the locations that are going on.
All right. So, are you guys still looking for volunteers for the Denver campaign?
Well, yes, we're looking for volunteers. If you want to volunteer, you can give me a call.
Okay.
We need phone callers. We need people to call to make sure the people are getting out to vote.
Block walk.
Block walking. We're still doing block walking.
You still doing
block walking all over.
All right, y'all heard it first. Right here on Up and Down Magazine. We're going to take a quick break.